did work in logistics, I was able to build a Excel form to like track shipments, and then I started figuring out how to put the formula in so I could figure out the profitability of each shipment.
I see.
And that's
what I'm doing for Black Friday right
to
now.
get a raise.
Yeah, shipments by the
It
pallets.
worked.
It worked?
It worked. I'm like, look, I'm booking these shipments at this rate and making this much money.
Yes.
Me too.
Did we double
We don't have
verify?
class until
We are recording.
We are recording. This is a double verified
Not the third time, wink wink, that I've messed it up.
that you may or may not have started
No one was
recording.
gonna know that until you said it.
Oh,
Now everyone
oh
knows.
no, everyone
Make it very
knows.
clear.
Yeah, it's very
All
clear.
of China knows you're here.
The last time I think we rolled in still laughing pretty heavily. But no, we are back for another roundtable review of Long Story Short.
Long story short.
And we are here at Depot Town Comedy after the mic, since this month has been schedule hell for all of us.
Indeed.
Yes, we still will get the treat out to you on Halloween for the month. But here we go. Long story short, guys.
Long story short. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Who wants to jump in? Who enjoyed it? On a scale of enjoyment, let's just like do a quick out of 5.
Ooh, out of 5. Okay, so I started off as like probably like a 3.5 area, and then like on the second watch I got up to like 4.5 for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean I was already predisposed to liking it because like Raphael Bob Waxberg is like my favorite writer in the history of ever at this point. So like anything he does I'm gonna love, and I'm like I knew that, and I knew that going into it.
And that's the BoJack guy.
Yes.
BoJack boy.
Yes, and so yeah, he wrote BoJack, and then that was him at a younger place in his career, and so like long story short, it really does feel like everything that he's learned from like being the showrunner and writing all that stuff, and like doing all that work on BoJack, and then taking all those lessons and then applying it to like okay, well now what can we do? Because like BoJack was already in a place of like non-linear storytelling, like some of the best.
See, I've
episodes.
never watched BoJack, so it's non-linear like long
It's
story.
mostly linear, but there are moments where it does get non-linear, and it gets really fun with how non-linear it can be. Because it plays with that like generational trauma. It takes a while to get there, but it does play with the generational trauma.
Okay.
And so like. Honestly, long story short, is just taking that and like dialing up to 11, and like taking out all of the Hollywood stuff and saying like, let's just focus on families and how screwed up they are. You know?
Right. Yeah, because we had mentioned before the mic when I first got here, man, the show is a heavy watch.
So much.
It has its moments where it's light and fun, but I think at its core, it's a heavy show.
That's like Raphael Bob Waxberg's signature. Like do I have to have
Yes,
it like right up in my face?
Like,
okay.
Closer. So yes.
Closer.
All right. So yeah, he's like that's his shtick is like really heavy toned things, just like packaged in this nice fun. Like you feel like you're having fun and you're still watching something that's lighthearted, but you're at the same time having this really heavy experience.
Right.
And that's part of what it makes it so brilliant as a dramedy.
My beautiful partner Zane, everybody.
A little
To introduce.
yeah, I'm sure you all did the watch together part.
Yeah, well, I watched the whole thing myself, and then like I started my own watch, and then Zane was like, "Oh, well, I want to watch it." I'm like, "Okay, fine." So we started watching it, and and I think we've gone through it now like twice together at least. I think at least. And so like we both ended up really enjoying it. But yeah, like Raphael Bob Waxberg does this like he does the tragic comedy really well. So like jumping back and forth between like doing something really heavy and then having like a really good punchline. And there's like honestly, long story short, was like a really good like example for me of like now that I've become so familiar with his work, I'm like I can just like see his writing voice in certain places, just like in some of the humor and some of the jokes and how they're done. Like for example, I don't remember what point it happened in Long Story Short. I can't remember now because it's been a minute. But like,
I'm sure it'll spur the memory as we go.
yeah, well, there was a joke at some point in there about like there was like an alliterative joke, like the tongue twister stuff. Like he snuck a little tongue twister in there somewhere.
Seems like that would have stuck with me. I love alliteration.
No, you would have, but no, it's noteworthy because in BoJack Horseman, like it was Princess Carolyn, which is Amy Sedaris' character. Like she hated doing like these very alliterative jokes, and they kept on writing more for her. It just got more and more ridiculous.
Okay.
Now I've really got to watch BoJack.
It's so
it's
good.
fantastic.
It's so good. You know?
If you enjoyed Long Story Short, then you definitely enjoy BoJack.
Yeah, the first season is rough.
It's a different show. It has a different vibe, but like it's still like in the same kind of vein, and you'd enjoy it.
Yeah, so as far as my enjoyability out of it, I would probably say it was a 3.5 for me as far as enjoyability upon first watch. I've only watched it one time. So I have other thoughts that I'll discuss later, but yeah, it was, for me, I had to watch it in chunks. I couldn't watch. I could not binge it. It
really
was
hard to binge.
Yeah, it got, I don't know if I found like I was like not losing interest, but like the pace wasn't fast enough to keep me engaged.
Yeah.
Or it made me just think internally too much, and I'm like, I gotta shut this off.
Yeah, because if you try, and like because of how much it jumps around, once you start to like binge it, if you're like just burning through the episodes, like it becomes really confusing after a while. We're just like, wait a minute, like was this before or after like the thing I watched 3 episodes ago? Wait, what? Like
it's not linear, which is different from BoJack.
Yeah, BoJack does it a little bit, like
BoJack
Time
is-
Zero. Time
yeah,
Zero is really
BoJack
good.
jumps back a little bit, but like in a normal amount. Whereas like Long Story Short is almost like Quentin Tarantino levels of
Yes, I definitely
like
felt
let's
Tarantino.
just go in every time direction possible and
Start in the
confuse the shit out of the audience.
Start in the
Start in the middle,
Yes.
end up in the
Yes.
end, in the beginning, somewhere in the middle, and
sounds
it's
like maybe M. Night Shyamalan too. Like just kind of run around the story.
But Quentin Tarantino is known for doing it well.
Yeah.
Yeah, big Pulp Fiction fan over here, by the way.
I have the bad motherfucker
you have the wallet. Yeah. You've had that like the entire time of the day, like for 6 years.
I've had this wallet since.
Wow. The thing is,
Oh yeah.
Awesome. It's
Love
chonky.
it.
Yeah.
It's chonky.
I've had the bad motherfucker wallet since.
is the Blockbuster card still in there? That's a thick wallet.
Since like 2016. 2017.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really,
since
really connected
2017.
with. Wasn't it Brandon Burke also had that wallet?
Did he?
I seem to remember like they were like the two were just like
It's
no
quite
way.
possible.
Like,
It's
or
quite
something.
possible. Yeah.
Wow. Wallet
podcast.
twins. Wallet twins.
More droppings.
Droppings, yeah.
So B, where
Anyway, yeah.
did you fall with the watchability on
Brandy
this?
Oh, see, I did everything you guys said I shouldn't do. I binged it all today. I watched 3 episodes with wifey, and so she was interested too. I was like, all right, we should watch it together. And then today came around. I was like, let's watch it. And it was kind of a 4 because of how much I could relate to the family. Like it was that this is too rich, but I have to keep watching. I need to see how many similarities I find in this, because it was too much, y'all. It's a family of 5. They're American but not American. It was too much. 4.5. Soft 5.
Soft 5.
Soft 5.
I'll give an updated score after I rewatch, because I do intend to rewatch, especially after the conversations we'll have, and just knowing a little bit more going into what to watch for and stuff like that. Like understand from different points of view. Because you almost, when you're watching a show like that, you almost have to like assume a point of view, you know? That's kind of my thought.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, you want to dive in?
Let's dive in. We're diving in. Okay. I don't have my episode guide up. I forgot to do that. All right. So in the first episode, first episode was about Bubby's funeral service. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I really liked how we opened up that whole episode, because it really opens up with we get that point of view through Avi's eyes, where it's we see he's looking around in the car, which is rare. I don't see that a lot, especially not in an animated show. Of okay, he's looking over at his siblings, he's looking at his parents fighting over the directions, and then he's looking at himself in the reflection, and that's just a really cool way to just kind of ease the audience in to his perspective. And I really do feel like Avi ends up being a big, it's not just him, it's really him and Shira, their relationship, which is really the centerpiece of everything. But he's kind of the main character. We see a lot of things for him, and I really do feel again, Raphael Bob Waxberg is in Avi's character. There's probably I can see a lot of parallels between the two of them. So that does feel very deliberate. So, but yeah, the episode is entitled Yoshi's Bar Mitzvah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, Yoshi's the
youngest son.
The young one in the middle, which oddly I found watching it just visually, he looked a lot if he's in a bat mitzvah, why is he sitting in that seat? Wasn't he sitting in a child's seat?
Well, they do they do that at bar mitzvahs where they hoist him into they do the whole chair thing and put him in the air.
In the car, wasn't he sitting in a booster chair?
Oh yeah, no, that was interesting. I'm not sure.
Or was that a different?
I'm not sure. I think that was.
Period?
That might have been a different time period.
Let's consult the guide.
That might have been.
I forgot.
Okay, so the time sequence just jumps around all the
does
time.
jump around.
So when if he was in a booster seat, then that had to be before he was doing a bar mitzvah. That had to be a separate time because there's no way a teenage, because he's tall by the time he's 13.
Shaggy.
Yeah, no,
he does look shaggy,
he was 5. It was
that had to be.
The car ride is in 1996, so
Wow,
Yoshi
you got
is
a
5.
spreadsheet?
Yes, I have a spreadsheet. Fuck you.
time sequence spreadsheet.
I had to.
The first episode opens up.
Okay.
And they're younger.
Yes.
That's right.
Fast forwards after the end.
You're right.
But it can be hard with Yoshi because, especially, I think they were really trying to capture the gangliness, the awkwardness of him. But his voice actor, he doesn't really change pitch at all. So he's got the exact same voice when he's when he's 5 years old. So it's just this is odd. So that's a little weird for me, because he looks visually similar enough where it throws me off a little bit.
They really should have gotten just kid voice actors to play the kids.
I don't know, because I think the voice actors are a really important part of this. Of just they do such a great job, and they're very talented. But that's the only part where I really get some disjointedness of it, where I'm just
I
disbelief.
I really do like the cast, the voice cast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we start with 1996, and then we get to the bar mitzvah, which is in 2004. And that also is that is also Jen meeting Elliot and Naomi for the first time.
Yes.
And that's a whole thing, and that was such an interesting choice of just they show them kind of half joking about oh, we should break up immediately, and then they stay together for another 12 years. That's wild. But no, I really related to Avi in that scene, because he was just I must analyze this song and I must share with you my weird analysis of this song. And Jen's just I just wanted to listen to Les Mis and not be weird about it. Just oh man, this is wild. This is wild. So, all right. Other perspectives of that episode. I don't want to take up all the space.
I enjoyed the ease into the series. that first episode, the kitchen scene, that chaotic little scene, that was
my God,
that
blood
was
pressure immediately.
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that was fun. Was it Lisa Edelstein does the voice of the mom? Which voice does she?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Paul Reiser as the dad. I
love
Paul Reiser.
I love
Mad
him.
About You is one of my guilty pleasures. I loved that show. Even as a kid, I understood it.
Yeah.
But no, those first episodes, I didn't really start to really understand how the show was gonna go. It really took me to get into 6, 7, 8, dive in before it really is gelling.
I'm like that with books. I have to read into the third chapter before I'm actually into the book. I can't read just the first chapter of a story and just be immediately into it. A lot of the time I have to take I have to warm up to it a little, get familiar with the characters and their dynamics. And
I can't read.
And then once I've kind of gotten the world built in my head a little bit better, then I start to actually enjoy seeing more of it. But until then, when I'm getting all the deposition, it's just and so shows can be like that too, I'm sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially oh my God, fucking Game of Thrones. Christ, goddamn complicated world. So you have
Breaking Bad was bad for me.
Really?
It took me forever to get past 3 episodes.
Oh, man,
it took me 3 or 4 watches to get past. Yeah.
Breaking Bad was immediately gripping to me. I thought it was great from start to finish.
I was in high school chemistry when it was about to be finishing its run. So I was like, I understand some of these terms.
Okay.
Back to long story short, though.
I really like what they did with the second episode, with the writing of the the first episode. First episode. I'm already getting confused. Lovely. No, what I really liked in the first episode was that...
Only 9 more to go.
Yeah, I know, right? We ended up with Jen being this fish out of water character. So she's the new person in this, established dynamic. So she's learning this stuff along with the audience, and that really works. And so you could feel just how tense that is, and it's just a very relatable moment of just being over at your partner's family's house, and everything is unfamiliar. There's so much history here. You have no idea. You're washing the plate wrong. It's ruined forever now.
I found it very relatable. Just the whole feeling of being around your partner's parents and being immediately a disappointment to them, and just you can just feel the judgment coming off of them constantly. And I think that's something that many people can relate to, is just this feeling of oh no, I'm clearly just immediately not good enough according to my partner's parents. So oops.
With claiming ignorance to the creator, is the creator Jewish?
Yes.
Okay, so that's where the heavy influence comes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I do want to make this very clear, because there are a lot of people that are really looking at Raphael Bob Waxberg oh my God, is he okay? Is his mom okay? Especially his mom, because BoJack Horseman's mother is also a very she's an extremely complicated character. She is a very toxic individual, but also very relatable in a lot of moments. And I would say Naomi is a toned down version of BoJack Horseman's mother, but the two of them combined made people look at Raphael Bob Waxberg and be like, oh my God, what's with you and your mom? And you're like, no, my mom's not like either one of them. And I'm just like, okay.
Aunt, grandma, who are you drawing from?
She's apparently a wonderful lady, but this does play with the Jewish mother stereotype. Long story short, really takes that trope on and spins it on its head a couple of times, and really continues to play with it.
Yeah. So episode 2. Let's dive into the next episode.
We don't even want to get into Yoshi having his existential crisis in the coat room.
Oh my God. What I remember the most,
which is wild.
One. Not even.
What's the point of any of this?
Chaotic kitchen.
It's bro, you're 13.
It was the kitchen and then the bar mitzvah, because he gets stoned with his friend in the closet.
Why am I forgetting that? Why am I drawing such a blank on that?
I don't know what. It was the friend character. Yeah, Danny. His name is like escaping me. Yeah, Danny is this beautiful, chaotic little imp creature that just continues to subsist on Yoshi's joy and inspire him to do bad things, which is lovely. But like this is like the first instance we get of this. Like, oh, maybe this isn't a good friend for you. I hope that he's not around in the future. No, he's still there. Oh man, I love Yoshi though because like Yoshi, again, you guys don't know this, but so the character of Todd in BoJack Horseman, voiced by Aaron Paul. Yeah, he is very similar. Like he and Yoshi are kindred spirits in that regard. They're both these like chaotic little elfin creatures that just somehow things work out for them, and it's amazing. It's truly amazing. So anyway, okay, if we're good with that, we want to move on to the next episode. We could do that. All right. So Hannah's dance recital is the next one, and that's a lovely one. That's a very interesting premise already. We're only on episode 2, and we're already getting into like, hey, this. Deeply weird shit. Like, hey, you almost, like, I almost drowned at this, beach experience when I was a kid, and you didn't even notice. You weren't even there for me. It's like, bro, we're on episode 2. It's only going downhill from here. So that's wild. But yeah, so the premise of this episode, this was about like, so it's Avi and Jen, and like they're together, but it's strained. Hannah's having a dance recital, their kid, and
It seems like a consistent thing with their relationship. Obviously, cutscene there at the end.
Yeah, and
spoilers, but
the winter themed dance recital. This was they had a scene in BoJack very similar to that, like in terms of just like making fun of like politically correct winter season play for children. They did a very similar scene in that regard. I think we had Snoop Dogg doing a song at one point. I don't remember. Oh my goodness. So keep the seat warm. Yeah, keep the seat warm. They're out doing things outside.
Yes.
Yeah. So the dance recital, and so this is a wild thing where we really start playing with Avi and Shira's relationship, because Shira is, she's in this lesbian relationship, and she's just like, oh, I'm ready to have kids, and like they have this whole thing of just like that, like that's the reason I want kids. I'm just like, that's so cute. And even as a childhood person, I'm just like, that's adorable. I love that. So there's the whole thing between Avi and Shira, and like they're fighting back and forth about it, and he's like, that's a whole thing. Meanwhile, Kendra's over there trying to like save all the seats the whole time.
Poor Kendra.
Kendra's a trooper. We love her. I think that's Nicole Byer that voices her, I believe. Yeah, no, she's a wonderful comedian. Very underrated. So yes, and so that's going on.
Sounds familiar. I'm trying to. Was she on Saturday Night Live?
I'm not sure.
I feel like that's where I know that name.
And then Jen in the back is with the dance guy who's pretending to be gay or whatever.
God.
So we've got things, but she's saving the day. She's just like, I learned this in theater, So a lot of complicated things going on with this one. What do we think about this?
Oh my God! Like, where do I even start? Oh, because like this one kind of showed a lot of what like I was seeing in episode 1 with Shira, that she holds grudges.
Yes, absolutely.
And this one is like, oh my God, like I would be pissed too, but it's like they're kids. That whole situation had me going back with all of my beefs with my sisters. It's like, oh my God, this is too much. I gotta watch more.
And that beef thing continues to hold up as we see, kind of through the series.
And again, that's why I don't like doing it, but I did do. It's like, oh shit, that's me. Mm-hmm. That's my little sister. That's my baby sister. And then sometimes it switches. Like, Oh no.
Yeah, and because all of this is like set in California, that's like extra.
They're dropping San Ramon, San Francisco, Santa Rosa. I was like, who the fuck talks about Santa Rosa?
This was Santa Rosa. So
He's like, they took my family and made them Jewish.
Look, it's been a meme in the family right now, but I was like, is this story about us, girls? Because then, yeah, like that whole Shira coming up to Avi to ask the big question, I was like, shit. Because, like, I get it. Like, they want to have their kids, and so, like, keep it in the family, but then it's like, becomes like a friend's plot. It's like, let me have my brother's child. That was fun. That was fun.
It's a wild thing. It gets really fun, especially like the one guy outside that's like selling stuff, and it's just like if you're gonna use my table space to fight, you have to keep buying things.
Bought their table out.
Oh my god! Like I think my favorite part was like they're trying to go outside, and like there's like this other couple out there. It's like, excuse me, we're already out here fighting like the dishwasher. Like how we load the dishwasher, we have to have our fight. So please go and leave. just insane. I loved it.
It was good.
Yeah, it's a great episode. A nice solid one. Yeah.
I feel like if memory serves me right, that means that the next episode is probably one of the more funny ones.
Yeah, damn it. Yeah.
Yes, because episode 2 was too much. Too much.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was an awful lot. Okay, so yeah, still a solid episode though. Lots of
Loved
good
it.
stuff going on. All the characters have something to do. Okay.
Was there much time jump? I don't think there was much.
There was a time jump at the beginning because we started
Yeah, starts and ends with it. You see the beginning of her
That
event, and then the traumatic part at the end.
And then at the beginning we have a scene from 1991 where Shira nearly drowns on the Jersey Shore, and Yoshi's a little baby. He's a little baby, and there actually is a point in that scene, which comes up later, where you can watch like the pacifier falls out of his mouth, and then Naomi like rushes in on the thing. It's like it's a blink and you'll miss it moment, but it's there. It's just like okay.
There were so many of that. It just I Spy for me. I was like, oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that?
Did you see that?
It's the binky wiping disease.
Yes. It's so
Binky
wild.
wipe,
Okay, we're jumping ahead, but that's
yeah.
I think one of my favorite things ever. Like I love that so much. Okay, alrighty. So the next one, the episode 3 is there's a mattress in there. Yeah. So Yoshi goes in on a new business opportunity, finds himself in a pyramid scheme is the implication potentially, but is actually like surprisingly good at selling things. As it turns out, like he's got that's like his autistic superpower is that he can sell things really, really well. And it's just like, oh my god, this is incredible. But yeah, so he's in that like 20-something mode of his life where he's moving back in with the parents, and they're just like, you got to get a job, and like he finds this strange flip-flop man while going to get bagels.
Man.
The flip-flop man.
Flip-flops in a suit. Are you some sort of magic man?
Yeah.
That guy had me see it because fell into one little background, and hearing all this shit this guy was talking, I was like, Yoshi, run! Yoshi, run!
Oh yeah, and we started off the episode with a flashback to 2006, where Yoshi gets an official diagnosis of ADD, dyslexia, and executive functioning disorder. So this doctor blames Elliot for giving Yoshi pacifier shirt syndrome, and then Elliot and Naomi are fighting about it on like the whole way. It's just like that, like he's brushing his teeth and she's just glaring in the back.
I am 100% remember being like, wait, but last episode, and then she just daggers the entire time. And I was like, that's such a mom move.
So Yoshi's a special boy, very special boy, but not that you couldn't tell.
I was going to say, it took us to episode 3 to get confirmation of this.
Confirmation of this, confirmation of what you already knew, basically. So, the new business opportunity where he's selling these mattresses in a tube, and he's doing a really good job up until they turn out to be defective, and they're exploding all over the place, and they explode in the house.
Yes.
Wacky shenanigans, wacky times.
Yeah, this episode I related with Yoshi a lot. But
I forget what the B storyline. What else was going on other than the mattresses?
it was not mattresses.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything going on B-wise, because like we didn't really see what Abby and Shira were up to in this episode at all. It was just Yoshi at home.
It was the Yoshi episode.
Okay, yeah, it was. Okay, so I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, like I
think
said,
so.
I watched this in chunks, and I can't remember if I watched 2 or 3 at a time, or how many I watched at a time.
Yeah, it was a while ago for both of us at this point.
It was a Yoshi and parents episode. We got to see a lot of how the parents work.
Yes.
Yeah, very much that, and
The dad's like,
He wanted to backpack around the world.
yeah. Yeah, so.
And so in that instance, I was like, oh, he gets it from his dad.
Yeah, we stand Elliot. Elliot's great. All right, anything else on that episode?
Episode 3 was a funny one for me, but that was pretty much all I had. I laughed pretty good on that one.
Yeah.
Relatable. I'm like,
Got to see that Danny was still in Yoshi's
No,
life.
it's still around. It's just like, God damn it. Okay. All right. Okay. The next episode is episode 4. Shira can't cook. So this is the one where Shira tries making niches. She's trying to get her now we are shown that she has 2 twin boys with Kendra, and they are trying to get their 2 children into this fancy kindergarten. And she's like, we gotta crush the potluck, and like that's what we gotta do. And so like that becomes like a whole thing. And by this point, Naomi has passed away, as we learn, and so it's her mom's mushroom knishes, and Shira's trying to figure out, and Shira can't cook, as the episode dictates.
Titled.
Yeah, as the episode is titled, and so she's trying, but she wants so badly to get these kids into Altman Academy, and I really love this episode because it's such a cute episode that has so many like just little things indicating like what it is to love someone. Like there's just so many like cute little moments like that, and you see it all over, and like that's ultimately where she gets that moment at the end of just like after just really struggling with not being able to get this right, and just being like, why can't I just call up my mom and ask her? Why can't I just talk to her? I wish I could just do that. She gets to like the hour 11 of making these knishes, and sees like, oh, the notes in there say like, make sure to use this much garlic. Shira likes it garlicky, because she was like before, they're like, why can't I get it exactly right? What is wrong? And that was what was wrong. It's just like, oh, this little note of like, oh, like maybe she did care. This is little tiny caring thing. And then the other moment, of course, being their dog, the undeniable Isidore Duncan.
What the fucking dog?
I love the dog. He is a fluffy little idiot, and he's amazing. He eats all of the mushroom knishes after Shira passes out and is exhausted, and so Kendra actually goes out of her way to stay up all night and remake the knishes, and does not tell her. Just for in the morning for her to see like, oh, they don't care about masking. Well, we wouldn't send our kids here anyway. And that's, what was it all for? So just really cute little story, and just really like ends on such an interesting note of just like, oh, this wasn't the right place for us the whole time. Okay.
Caused so much friction for a week, we find out, just to not go there. I understand it. I understand it, and I am quiet Boyle over here.
I guess I don't understand, but I don't have kids. So.
I mean, I don't have kids, and I get it.
Nah,
I just get the moment of like, trying so hard to make things and just not getting
Trying to get it to work.
And it's just like, oh my God.
This one little thing was going to be...
relatable.
I meant getting into the school, I guess. No.
Yes.
But no, yeah, this episode had me sobbing with the, I can't call my mom, I need to get the recipes, because mom was not dead, but fuck. She likes to keep her recipes in her head. So to get something like that, I'd be like, oh.
Dude, I'm 43. I got an envelope like 2 years.
You got an envelope?
Full of recipes.
I gotta wait until I'm 40, dude.
You got a little ways to go.
Damn it. So no, yeah.
No, it may be longer in your family, but it was
Mayhaps.
for me.
Mayhaps. Because, yeah, seeing that note at the end, her tearing up, I was sobbing. I was sobbing on the couch. Again, probably shouldn't have been binging.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, it'll take you through all the feels on a binge watch.
You move through the 5 stages of grief about 20 times.
Just with the dog.
Oh Lord. Oh yeah, and then where we started the episode, the Flash wherever at the beginning, Shira meets Kendra at Martha's Market, which is in the Oakland area, in the 12 items or less line during Rosh Hashanah, and that takes place in 2012. So that was cute. They had a lovely little meet cute where they fight.
That was that was in the beginning. Yes.
And me
How we met. How we body
started fighting in line. It was great.
It's amazing. Yeah, and so that also, you know, that's after like Kendra goes through her whole thing of finding Judaism, and because she's already Jewish by that point, clearly during Rosh Hashanah, and like, you know, really schooling Shira on what she's not bringing to her family's Rosh Hashanah celebration.
Got put on apple and honey, dude.
Yeah, that. So, that's a real like power move there. Okay, but yeah, so Walter and Benjamin, what little shits they are. I do gotta say I loved the Paw Patrol. It's Papa Troll.
Yeah.
But it sounds like Paw Patrol, like just like a barely there, like haha, we see what you're doing. Paw Patrol. Can we watch Paw Patrol? And then they're just like, no, our TV doesn't get that. And it's just like, that's adorable. It's like all of the little lies you have to say to children because otherwise they won't get it and they'll just keep bothering you.
Lies.
Actually, I just found the code. I need to work.
Oh my gosh. So okay. Any other thoughts on this episode?
I'm good.
No, I'm good. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Awesome.
Scattered there.
All right, I think this one's honestly like my favorite. I really like this episode.
Yoshi and Baby was so
a lot.
sweet.
Yoshi and Baby.
This was the first one that I watched.
Yeah, this is the first one you watched with me because by the time I was already to Yoshi and Baby, and then you're just like, oh, what are you doing? I was like, watching this thing.
Episodes in order.
Yeah,
There's so much time jumping that I remember. Like I said, I rewatched the last episode to kind of get like, oh yeah, that's right, yeah, you know, but to remember the episodes in order.
Okay, so Yoshi and Baby was the one where by now, because Shira cannot ask Avi for the sperm donation, so she has instead gone to Yoshi, and so this is when Yoshi's about to give his sample. It's gonna happen.
Yes, this is the episode.
Yeah.
And then everything went horribly wrong. But he's determined to come through for his sister, and then he has a chance meetup with Baby Feldstein, which is Shira's will they won't they weird ex-best friend,
Yes.
where it's just like it's implied that there's tension going on there. So they have a whole thing, and it's just like this. It's just this really, really adorable sequence, and it's like even though she's like kind of an awful person, like I spent like the whole episode just like rooting and just like waiting. I'm just like, when's it gonna happen, man? I just want Yoshi to have the win, man. I just want him to get it. No, he's walking away. Yes, her.
Comes back for it. Oh.
Which is another reference to BoJack. I was that guy. I was that guy in the crowd. The weird sitcom crowd.
You were sitting there going, it's the thing.
Yeah, also that. Like, I was just like, when is he going to do it? When's he going to do it? Just like waiting the whole time. A lot of really, really adorable things going on in that. A lot of really, and also a couple of like really funny things. Like the food truck guys, and then like the food, what was it, like the other one was selling like soup or something.
Yes,
like
soup pops.
Soup pops.
Soup pops.
Fucking Cali, yo.
Oh, are you saying that's a real thing?
Yes.
Oh.
Soup pops are a thing in California.
Okay.
I'm not
On the
surprised
next
that they are.
episode is a very good
Good
podcast.
lord.
Yeah, the dude coming out was like, yeah, I just want to be a normal guy. I made an app, and that was like money was whatever. So I sold it for a lot of money, and so now I'm food hacking, and now I'm making more money. That is exactly what you find.
Oh yeah, and we got the at the first cut of the episode was in 1998, so it's Shira and Baby playing horse, and then Yoshi, who's 7, is just like, "Can I play?" And they're just like, "No, you're a stupid baby," as one does to the younger siblings, right? So that's where we start just to have like kind of a frame of like their relationship, and then to help establish like, "No, Yoshi, you shouldn't be hanging out with Baby. Do you not understand how pissed off Shira's gonna be?" For so many reasons, more weird reasons of which we'll find out later. But yeah, so we start there, and then it just gets better and worse at the same time. Where it's just like, man, he's gonna do it. He's gonna seal the deal, and then he has a happy little accident.
Yeah.
Oh boy. And not the Bob Ross kind.
I was gonna say,
Not on the neck. It was over for our boy.
It fires off a little early.
It's like impressive that he can come from just fucking being kissed on the neck or whatever. Like, that's
Okay,
props.
like,
It'd been like 5
you
days, he
really
said.
have a lot of tension with someone,
That
okay?
takes, that takes some talent. Like, no hands, ma.
Jesus Christ. Okay. How old was he? This is why I have to keep referencing my big, huge
we should have looked at
timeline.
that before
No,
we started
I like
talking.
to do this. I like to do this because this is what I do. Yeah, so this was 2015. So he was 24. He was a young man of 24 at the time. We don't ever really get to
Fair
see...
game, 24. That might have done it for me.
Yeah, and we don't ever really get to see Yoshi on the farm. He references working on a farm. We don't ever really get to see it. So I hope we like figure that out in like season 2. Like we get some moments of whatever the frick that was.
Spoiler alert: has it been confirmed? Is it picked up for season 2?
Yes,
Okay.
it has. So he was 24, and that was 2015, and by 2014, Yoshi would have been working on the farm, and so because he like mentions it while he's hanging out in the bar. He mentions like working with some animals. And it's like we don't really get, and like we don't get much about that. And when Shira when Shira goes to meet with him at the end of episode 2, he's in some kind of farm space. He's on like a picnic table with her, and he's just like, "Sure, I'll do it." You know?
I missed that.
Yeah, these are the continuity things where I'm just like I had to figure it out later.
Sure, I'd do that. I'm glad I'm the first one you came to.
Yeah, sure.
I like the wordplay there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this
Kabuzz.
So this episode ends. It ends with a very messy, fight, where Avi and Yoshi are going to Shira's house at like 6 a.m. or whatever, and just explaining that this happened in a very messy way. And then Shira, of course, is very upset. It just says like, "Well, we're gonna go with an anonymous donor because the last thing this family needs is more boys." It's like, oh God.
Am I confusing this? Was there like a backup plan situation where they were gonna like swap?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was like because I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, they're doing the backup plan from the movie. Swap? How will they know?
I just like the scene where Avi's kind of like explaining this thing in the diner, and then I think it was like Yoshi's just like, "Why am I the cream?" And he's just like, "You know why." And this just keeps going. It's cold. Like I love that.
That was one of my favorite episodes.
Yes, and
just
Avi
the hilarity.
Avi was going to do it, but then Shira says, "No, we're going anonymous," and then lo and behold, they end up having 2 boys. So.
Yeah.
So much for the
Karma.
Right.
All right. So, anything else about this episode?
No, it was funny. Did I see a callback to the mattresses in this episode?
I think I remember it being called back at one point.
Yeah, like when he was trying to get with the girl. There was an extra mattress maybe laid up in the room or something against the wall. I think there was.
Hold on.
I'm gonna have to go
I
look
think
now.
I saw
God
it.
damn
Yeah,
it.
like in the shadows.
Yeah, like
Oh my lord.
just cute little things I noticed, but no, that's my thoughts on that episode. That one, man, was that really that far into the series of what, 6? Was that episode 6?
That was episode 5.
Oh, 5. Okay, so yeah, halfway in, man. I was thinking it was earlier in the run.
No.
Yeah, well, we're jumping around a lot. We're jumping.
That's why I feel like that. The show was hard to watch,
Couldn't follow.
but
hard to follow.
It was hard to follow. I think a second watch is definitely warranted on my part.
As no, at least for me, episode 5, yeah, funniest parts was already knowing she has twins and her being like, we don't need any more boys. Like, goddamn. But like I was bringing it up earlier, like she kind of drops. That's like, Avi, I already asked you, and that's when Yoshi's like, you asked him first. And so I was like, Yoshi. But at the same time, Baby's also saying that she had a good time with him. I was like, Yoshi. So again, a lot of Yoshi love on this episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't really find out if anything happened beyond that between Yoshi and Baby, which is, again, another thing I hope we get to at some point. If just, hey, did it not work out? I don't know. Okay, so episode 6. So that one's called Wolves, and this is
wolves.
This is one of Raphael Bob Waxberg's crazy premises that somehow works. And he does this a fair bit. If you read his book, which I did talk about on Shelley's Reads and Weeds podcast, Someone to Love You in All Your Damaged Glory, he has a couple of short stories in there which are very similar to them. We're just this wild ass premise, and then somehow we find some kind of human truth despite how bonkers this is. Right?
Yes, it gave me the muffins from BoJack.
Yeah.
I'm just realizing, like, the whole premise of, like, there are wolves at this school just reminds me of that thing in American Dad with the principal, like, seeing werewolves. Werewolves just, like, taking children, and he's just like, oh, shit! I feel like there's some, like,
my favorite
some
gags
universal crossover here. Like, there's just wolves taking students.
maybe these things are connected, but no, these ones are nice wolves. That was not a nice wolf, but okay. So we start off episode 6 in 1997. It's family game night. Avi is 15, and Shira's 12, and Yoshi's 6. They're playing Avi's favorite game, Shepherds of the Fertile Crescent, and I related so goddamn hard to Avi in this one because I'm just like, in that moment, I'm just like, I just want to play my favorite game. Just, I love you and I want you to play my favorite game with me. And it's just, everybody in the family is just, they're pissed off. They don't want to do it. Got Yoshi over there, like, just trying to be something else. And they're just like, no, you're not supposed to be that thing. Like, that's one of the resources. It's just, I really related hardcore to Avi. And, like, so this becomes really important because we go further on down the timeline later in the episode, past the first part of it. For the majority of it, we are dealing with 2021. So Avi is trying to deal with the wolves in Hannah's school, and part of the framing of this episode is the two of them actually bonding, playing that game. So like he's playing it with his daughter, and like his daughter's like one of the only people to like get him on that level, and it's just like really adorable. And like so it shows them playing that together, and so like that becomes an important thing for them to do. But then he ends up getting involved in Caitlin McClendon's confab of concerned parents. So there's the alliteration going on.
Yeah.
We love doing that, and oh boy, that's a whole thing.
I was not happy.
It gets weird.
Boy.
It gets weird.
I feel like this is the missing episode.
You didn't watch this?
I think I missed this one.
Remember when Hank went to a local office?
Yes.
Toned down, but crazier.
Toned down but crazier?
Wolves.
So there are wolves in the school. I actually really like some of the animations for the wolves.
The wolves were great.
There's one where the wolf is just looking into the classroom and it's just like, and he goes, woo! Keeps staring. It's just like, that's me. That's me.
The teacher's like, I'll wait.
Okay.
So the backstory behind this is that like during COVID, when the school was shut down, these wolves moved in, and of course wolves are kind of an endangered species. So they're just like, well, we don't really know what to do about the wolves problem. And Avi's finding out about this, and so he goes to this meeting, and he's just like, so what are we doing about the wolves in the school? And they're just like, oh yeah, the wolves. We're working on it. Like, there are wolves in the school.
And we're working on it.
Like,
We're just hand waving it off. Like, what the hell?
There were 3 or 4. Now there are 5 or 6. There may be more. There may be just as many.
We have the best possible plan for the wolves. we now know that there are 5 or 6, but we have the best people working on this.
We got the perimeter shut down.
Dude.
Dear Lord. Okay.
We've digressed. Anyway.
Yes, we have. Anyway, so the wolves in the school, and Hannah. Unfortunately,
This sounds very American Dad episode.
Yes.
Like I can see Steve and the nerds like trying to figure it out, and Stan's like, "We just gotta shoot him, Steve."
See, that would be if it was an American Dad episode. It just, it's like, no, you can't shoot them.
Somehow Roger saves them.
Roger's one of the wolves.
Indian spirit guy.
He's somehow all the wolves. And Caitlin McClendon. That would be American Dad. Anyway, oh my God. So poor Hannah. She ends up because this confab of concerned parents who end up being these anti-vaxxer type
Flat
weirdos.
earthers.
So Hannah ends up bonding with the other kids, and all of these kids are sick of their parents' shit. And they're just like, we need to do something about these wolves, so our parents will calm their asses down. Oh man, it's just wild. It's just so wild how this storyline goes. But we get this near the end. We get this nice little she's taking photos of the wolves, and she's saying oh, see, she's putting herself into the wolves and being like, okay, well, he's the daddy wolf is worried that she's not going to be okay, and then she's okay, and then they end up fucking or whatever. Like, oh, maybe I misinterpreted this. So wolves are weird. Wolf behavior is indeed very weird. And that's my one criticism of this episode. Was just there was such a good chance to have an alpha wolf joke in there, and we didn't have that. Whatever, we could have played with that, but I just think of Adam Conover had that whole thing. He had a very good episode of Adam Ruins Everything about alpha wolves, and
they were real.
Yeah, and he
Another
so Adam
show
Conover and Lisa Hannawalt were in a relationship for a very long time, and not together anymore. But that's why Adam Conover was so many voices in BoJack. It's just because he was already involved, and him and Raphael Bob Waxberg were in an improv group together.
Adam Conover.
Is this a voice actor guy?
Yeah, he's one of the voice actors in
Not a
BoJack.
voice actor, but
In BoJack he is.
In BoJack,
Okay.
he does voice acting. That's not his career.
It's not
Yeah.
his entry
No,
point.
No.
You've never seen Adam Ruins Everything?
No.
It's pretty great.
It's
a
that
great
guy.
show.
Well, watch the one about wolves, because it explains a lot about how alpha wolves are actually just not even
They're not a
real.
real thing,
They're not
yeah.
real.
Okay.
Lovely episode, and that's why I was just man, I need more of that. Why was that not there? Anyway, so okay, so what else about this? Anything else about this episode?
This is my missed episode. This is the one where I must have stopped watching at 5 and thought I was on 7.
You goop. No, the whole conversation with Avi and Hannah, and she's like, yeah, I've been taking pictures of wolves. And he's like, oh, so the jocks at your school? She's like, no, wolves. It's like, oh, okay, so what are we talking about, wolves? Wolves! It's like, oh my God, it's gonna be a weird episode.
I mean, to be fair,
As if they
at this
all
point,
have
I
them.
think we as American people don't think wolves are out among us anymore because we fucking hunted them.
Yeah, we
into
hunted most of
existence,
them.
out of existence. So most of them, not all of them, but most of them.
You forgot that there's wildlife still around.
There's still wildlife around, but most wolves are gone.
They
from,
got pretty brave
society.
during COVID
they-
too.
That would be crazy if that was real.
So
What do you mean? What if?
Did they come down to
They-
the Bay Area
They
schools?
invaded, here in Michigan, that's what happened. That's why they're more populated in the suburbs now, is because nobody was out, nobody was doing shit. They felt safer to come in further into the cities.
That's not being close to Canada.
And yeah, there actually is a wolf. I don't know, a conservatory. They're watching the wolf population on Isle Royale, which is Michigan's most remote national park. I think a national park. Yes.
We're informative on this.
I know
podcast as
things.
well.
This is a news network, guys.
Yeah, we found out we're a news outlet.
News outlets.
Yeah. More like a
Adolescent.
outlet mall that's kind of like half condemned.
Yeah, a bunch of local stores.
Spirit Halloween's moving in next season.
We got a bunch of O's. There's birds nesting in them.
Trying to bring nature inside. But
Okay, so all right. So what else about this? Anything else?
I missed this episode, so
Boo.
But I did. I enjoyed. Now I know I want to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
some of these missed episodes.
Yeah, I think there's only one.
You said you missed the last one. What?
Just the one.
No, I watched the last one.
Oh, okay,
today.
okay. Okay.
Fresh my mind. So where are we at? 7?
All right, so now we're at 7. Okay, 7 is Kendra's job. So this one was all about Kendra and Kendra's backstory, showing her whole life, and especially with her relation to BJ Banana Fingers, where she ends up working later in life. We start off with her being, a kid at one of these, one of her birthday parties, and she's shown to be from a well-off family, well-off enough, with a very high-powered career dad. He's kind of an asshole, and I'm just like, I relate very hard to this. I'm here, just like anything that you could possibly want, I gave her. I gave the princesses. Just like, Dad, I want more than the princesses. So she ends up working for this place, and this is all about how she rises up in the management program, and then also how she gets to the end of it and eventually finds Judaism, especially because she started just by saying like, oh yeah, no, I'm Jewish and I wasn't here for this one day because it was a holiday and don't hate me, but that ends up actually becoming like legitimately Jewish. So yeah.
Okay, there were 2 episodes.
There were 2 episodes.
There were 2 episodes that I missed.
Good.
Look at me, I'm failing up right now.
Goob.
Oh boy, yeah. So this was an interesting one especially because it's just like we get so many characters that we don't really get like a full introduction to. Like she has this ex in the picture. Like she was dating. She was apparently a hostage negotiator, and like just takes off in a helicopter. That was wild. And then like she has a gay brother as well. Who's from San Francisco, and so they're hanging out and they're talking about like their life together and things like that. So and like we get like little pieces of this, which still doesn't quite feel like enough. But it's still like it's a nice way to see like, oh, she started off in this like loving this company and being a good floor manager, and then she rose to the top and had to make some choices about becoming a corporate asshole or not. And we are shown like, oh, actually she did kind of become the corporate asshole a little bit, a little bit.
Climb that ladder.
A company called fucking Banana Fingers.
BJ Banana Fingers.
BJ Banana Fingers.
BJ Banana Fingers, what a business.
And I think at one point they say like Charles L. Cheese or something like that.
The corporation.
Or something like it was just wild.
Charles L. Cheese.
It was something like they say Chuck E. Cheese. Like there's like our friends down at Charles Cheese or something. Like, it was just wild things. Oh my lord! But yeah, lots of fun things.
A lot
in
of
this
corporate
episode.
parody.
Yeah. Because earlier with the whole Kanish episode, you see she's on a meeting call. And that already was like, oh, a meeting call. And then we see like her climbing that ladder. I was like, oh, this is hard to watch. Has like a panic attack because her dad's in the hospital. I was like, oh, everything's coming down on poor Kendra.
They also show her doing drugs. We don't really explain what the drugs are. I'm
Just
not
gonna say TV Adderall.
Yeah, it's like I think it's Adderall. I think that's what it is Adderall, but it's like never fully explained. But it's probably Adderall
Never
because
explicit.
like she gets fired up after she snorts it. So I'm just like, okay, must be something stimulating. So.
Not cocaine.
Because I think they showed it like they showed her like crushing the pills.
Yeah.
I want to say it was like crushing the pills.
She took them normally like twice and then started crushing them.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So I was like, no, it started all right now.
So
Because
The crushing weight of corporate.
Because it all starts with like seeing her being at BJ Banana Fingers and one of the workers that are dressed up. So I'm like, no, come follow me. And
go to
takes
the
her.
cool room. Go to the not princess room. Takes her to the skateboard room.
Oh, this is so cool. And full circle when she's in corporate life. That's when she's got to make a decision with the same person
Yeah.
life.
I did like that character's line of, wow, 3 wiggities. That's pretty bad. Because, it was the 90s, y'all, at the time. Yeah, her birthday party would have been in 1993. So, yeah, wiggity, 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 whack. In 93 makes a lot of sense.
100%.
Like Raphael Bob Waxberg likes to do that shit where he's just like, it's this year, well, we're gonna make references to this year and inject them into the story.
Gonna make sure you know.
Just to make sure you know that it's happening in this year.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite running jokes from BoJack.
Like
Absolutely.
in BoJack, like the
generic 80s, generic 80s new wave, generic 90s grunge song, generic 2007 pop song, and then at one point we get half of 1999, and then we stop it. So. Pretty great. Anyway, Raphael Bob Waxberg working with the decades is brilliant.
Always fun.
It's so wonderful. Okay, anything else about this episode, the Kendra episode?
You missed it.
You
missed
You
it.
do. No, you do.
I didn't realize I missed 2 episodes.
Yeah, so that one was 2007. So she's accepted into the BJ Banana Fingers management training program, rises up from the floor, and ends up having to make a hard decision about this this worker from when she was a child, and it's very, very heartbreaking, right? Okay, and then so then getting to the point where she meets Kendra in 2012. So from 2007 to 2012, she's rising up in her career, not with Shira, and that's where we leave them. So okay, next episode.
Yeah.
Cool.
See if you watched it.
Yeah. Because this is I think where it starts to get heavy for the end of everything. Yeah. For the end, it
Start
starts
getting more into
winding
the-
down.
Yeah. Now we're getting it. The last 3 episodes are heavy. They are heavier. So the episode 8 is the intervention. So
Fucking intervention.
so the parents are having an anniversary. They're renting a house and they are having their anniversary party, but it's also secretly an intervention because they are convinced that Yoshi must be doing drugs, and that's the whole thing. And there's shenanigans ensue. It's 2019. It's in an LA beach rental that they are having, and so Elliot during the whole episode is obsessed with this hot tub, and that's my favorite part. It's like, but guys, the hot tub.
Jacuzzi.
I have to fix the jacuzzi. We paid for it.
I did clean mine. Get it ready. It's ready
Lord.
to go.
Lordy. Okay. Avi 37, Shira 34, Yoshi would be about 28 at this time, and we get what's his face? Danny comes back.
Danny!
For the worst possible. Like he takes all of the drugs. Like my mom thinks I'm on drugs. You have to get me some drugs, and so he gets him some drugs, and then it's just like, what happened to the drugs? Like, I took them all.
I got stoned, so I was paranoid, so I did all the other pills. Then because I did the pills, I needed to even out, so I did the cocaine.
Oh my god.
I'm a caterpillar.
The caterpillar did crack me up so much. Oh my lord. Okay, what else did this one? Oh yeah, I forgot. We also
Everyone was there.
Yeah, we also started this episode in 1959. The start of this episode takes us back to the first chronological scene we've seen so far, where Naomi is very small, and she learns that she has to get attention in her large family by hurting herself, which is wild for a child to learn.
Very.
Oh boy, and just wants to tell them like, I biked here all by myself, guys, and they have all their own
Why
things
didn't you
going
say
on.
so?
Yeah, so she has to stab herself, and it's just like, well, why didn't you say something? And yeah, so
With an undescript brooch.
So framing how, like, this is a lesson going, like, all the way back of, like, this is how she's learned to relate to people, is just by making a big deal out, like, making a huge stink out of something in order to get people to pay attention to her. And what's tragic about this is that, this is 2019, and then we find out, I mean, we've already figured out that she's dead later in the future. So despite the sort of resolution we get at the end of this episode, she ends up dying like shortly thereafter in 2020. And this is kind of foreshadowed. So this is foreshadowed because Avi ends up talking to her, and like she says to him, like, well, I don't know how much time I have left, and he's just like, oh, that's ridiculous, like, you're not that old. And it's just like, well, then COVID happened, so that happens. But so that ends up, like, that whole relationship, the relationship between Avi and Naomi, ends up being quite a framing device for this episode, and quite a big piece of it. Of course, there's lots of other things going on. lots and lots.
Oh
of
Lord, was there stuff going on?
Oh man, and so Naomi loves Kendra apparently. Like Kendra's the one that can do no wrong. Kendra is perfect. Just like, yes, of course I am. And oh my goodness. And one other really interesting part about this episode is that we see Naomi has. So she's been having this, like, I love you, I love you, I love you, say it back, like she says to people, and like and Avi does not feel comfortable saying I love you, and so that's why Avi and Shira are saying, like, hey, and like, yeah, I know. It's like, I think so. They can't say it. Yeah. And none of them say it to her. Not a single one of them actually says it back to her, even though she's asking. Like the little kids, the Walter and Benjamin, they just say it back,
I love
like
that.
the shits that they are. But we love it. And yeah, so like that in itself is just like, she's like literally asking for them to say I love you, and nobody can do it. Like, even though it's just like this, no, she's just saying hi. But it's like,
Hannah's the only one that does.
Yeah, Hannah's the only one that does. And even then, that's like kind of discouraged. It's like, you don't have to say it, and then she's like, well, I love you, and like, so that's adorable. But yeah, so Hannah really is like the glue. Like, she ends up being the Avi's kid.
Oh.
Voiced by Michaela Dietz.
Yeah.
She does end up really kind of becoming the glue. I mean, circling to as we'll see at the end of the last episode there, it's kind of like she ends up being the glue. And I mean, that whole last episode really too, but
yeah, and so this episode takes place before the Wolves, before the Wolves episode, 2 years before,
2019.
And like part of one of the biggest things about this anniversary party is that Hannah gets a phone. Hannah is, how old is Hannah? She's like 10. Yeah, Hannah is 10, and.
Wow.
So,
gets an iPhone.
Yeah, Naomi has given her a phone, and this is a whole big problem for Avi and Jen. And Jen's just like, you have to stand up to her, which she's been championing this for God knows how long, many years. And she, like, funny thing about Jen is, like, you can see her just like more thoroughly getting pissed off throughout the series as the years go on, and she just gets more and more cranky with Avi for probably very valid reasons, unfortunately. And so this is the whole thing, and we have the we're making thirsty traps. Great.
Oh dear Lord, cousins.
Yeah, with her cousins, and so they're she's playing with the phone, and then. God damn it, Elliot is the one that figures out, she didn't care about the phone, she just wanted a camera, so I gave her my camera.
Yeah.
When did you figure that out with the whole jacuzzi thing? he's just
observational.
Crazy good person, apparently. God. Another part that I really liked about this episode is because I made a note of it. They mention that Elliot and Naomi met back in 1976 in Golden Gate Park while Elliot was high on psychedelics. So I'm just like, ooh, that's a fun fact right there. So anyway,
make this child friendly, Mom.
San Francisco, 1976. This all tracks.
Yes, this tracks. This all tracks. So Yoshi is not doing drugs, as we find out, even though Jen very much is, and is very sloshed.
Very
at the end of it, and I'm just
balls,
like, God damn it, I've been there.
Table.
I've been there, honey. I've so been there. Oh my
teeth
God.
full of patina.
Oh, lordy. And no, so it turns out.
Reminds me of Beth from
She does have Beth energy from Rick and Morty, yeah. She does have Beth energy. Yeah, so it turns...
When she gets drunk.
For sure. So it turns out that Yoshi is not an addict. Yoshi is just an Orthodox Jew now, which is so much worse, according to Naomi. But kind of makes sense with his like spiritual crisis from episode 1, where he's just like, why did I do all of this if it didn't mean anything? And so like him needing rules, especially as a potentially like ADHD person, I'm just like, no, that tracks. He needs it. He likes the rules. He loves all the rules. That is him. And so we get
plays a big part in the finale.
Yes, and we do get a nice scene at the end of this episode with Yoshi in the hot tub or the jacuzzi or whatever with Naomi, and it's just like, you could have asked, like you could have just asked about it. And so she's like, fine, how is what's your Shiva like, or what's that like? And so like we get like this rare moment of connection with them. I'm just like, it doesn't quite feel like enough, but it's like, hey, it's something.
Start the heartstrings.
Tugs of the heartstrings. So
again, and then knowing knowing what's coming.
Yeah.
You're like.
So you get a little bit. You get a little taste of exactly some kind of resolution. I mean, Avi kind of gets a non-resolution where he just says, look, something needs to change, and that is it. That is where that is left, and then she's dead. And very true to life. And just like you don't get that resolution. And of course, BoJack Horseman dealt with this thoroughly in the free churro episode.
Bro.
20 whole minutes of Raphael Bob Waxford's thoughts on that. One of my favorite things ever written. I love that monologue so very much. So, anyway,
Get
any
on
other
that
I'll have to write that down.
other thoughts? Any other thoughts on episode 8?
That whole scene where she's just trying to give him cake. It's like, I see what you're doing, but like you're not listening.
Yeah, I forgot about the cake scene. Yeah.
And again, it's things like that. I'm like, is this about us? Is this about us? Because definitely had moments like that. Not explicitly like that, but goddamn, basically it's like, Yoshi, I feel for you. But Elliot got that hot tub fixed. I love that.
We love that for him. Okay.
Love that for Elliot.
You could have just asked. You could have just asked.
Okay. Episode 9. You ready for that?
Let's roll.
2 more episodes.
Let's dive in.
Episode 9, honoring Naomi Schwartz. So we have a special event at the Jewish Community Center where Naomi is being honored, and it's the same night as Shira's prom. And there is a lot going on in this episode. So much happening in this episode. It's a lot.
Finally get to see what happened between her and Baby.
Yes, we finally get an answer of like, what did the hell happen between Shira and Baby? And turns out to be extremely relatable to any sapphic woman ever, of just like, oh yeah, that really good friend of yours that you just really, really wanted to make something happen with, and she just was not. She was like teasing you about it. Was like, will they, won't they? Of like, the very like the historically close best friend of never quite gonna get there. It is a very real experience. So I was just like, oh man, I feel so seen. I feel extremely seen here. A little too seen, because they're like kind of hooking up for a little bit, like behind everybody's back, like completely in secret, and she's just hanging out at her house. And like, so Shira wants it to be like, oh well, like trying to have the what are we conversation, and she's like, well, I'm just having fun, and then goes and makes out with a dude at the prom, and that's a whole problem, and they're teenagers, and it's a whole big deal, and it's emotional as it is for teenage girls, especially when you're gay. It's just a whole mess of hormones and emotions. We love it. Understandable, yes, very much. Yeah, because that would have been, I think this is 2000. Yeah, so this is 2002, and everybody's got something going on in this. So
Avi's in college.
Avi's in college. He is 20, and then Shira is 17. Prom. Yoshi is 11. We had a framing at the beginning.
Candy sales.
Yeah, and the candy sales. Oh lordy.
Calling back the good at salesman.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god.
Yes.
That whole story.
So I think Naomi is a social worker. I believe that's the implication, is that she does social work, which is
did not pick that up.
wild.
Yeah, I didn't pick up a career.
Yeah, well, she talks about her clients, and like she has the one guy who like went to, what was it, like Oxford's, like some prestigious school, or Juilliard.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, she was talking to me
watch
at
with
McDonald's,
closed
and that
captions
helped
on
me get
next
to
one.
Juilliard. It's just like, yep, humble brag. That one woman working the bar though, that like
She was playing, bingo.
Wonderful game. I love that. It's just like I have seen so many of these things. This is going to be the character that does this, and this is going to be the character that does this. I'm just like, this is so great.
She's like, hey, this one, humble brag.
Yep, humble brag on this one.
And
That's
he's
this
like,
one.
no. And then like and then I finally went to Juilliard. He's just like,
And
and he's just getting angrier and angrier as that goes, because feels all betrayed that his mom's this angel to everybody, allegedly, in his eyes.
Yeah.
So like,
so that is the conflict of the episode, is just this, like, our mom is clearly somebody else to everyone else, and then to us we see something completely different. And Avi is really struggling with this. He is struggling with this so hard that he fumbles the bingo hottie. Like, she's trying so hard to connect to him, and he just keeps bitching about his mom. He just keeps like circling the drain with that, and then eventually she's just like, yeah, okay, whatever, and then like
starts talking to Juilliard.
yeah, starts talking to Juilliard.
No, yeah, I saw it happen. Like, she like puts a drink down with a white napkin
Yeah.
because they're playing with the tan ones. I was like, oh,
Yep.
Avi.
Take all the signs, bro.
Fumbles the hottie.
Fumbles the
because
hottie.
He has too many mommy issues. Isn't that relatable? Oh Lord. So
Sounds about right.
and as the C plot, I suppose. Like, so we have baby betraying Shira, and that happens at their prom. She's at first just
Right.
like, I don't even want to go to prom, or whatever, and then ends up going just to see her hooking up with this meathead.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, oh, hang on a minute, and then like they have this weird like Little Women fight, and just like, well, you're so clearly May. Like, no.
Yeah.
Fuck. This is so wild. But yeah, so it's this whole betrayal, and like Shira's just really emotional, and then Yoshi, he is having this whole thing with Uncle Barry the whole time.
Uncle Barry's so mad that the Passover candy was late.
The Passover candy was late, and Yoshi, being, I cannot emphasize this enough, 11, was apparently responsible for that, even though it was a shipment error, and he had nothing to do with it. But of course, because it's the whole like little baby entrepreneurs selling things through their school, somehow it is his fault.
I mean,
and
I'll keep that joke to myself.
No, because Uncle Bob's so mad that he didn't get his Passover candy for Passover. He's like, you're gonna eat it.
Yes, and then so Yoshi gets drunk and also eats all of the Passover candy.
So I'm even with all of you.
And does a Shrek impression, which is very appropriate for 2002 at some point.
Yeah, we gotta remember what year it is.
Yeah, I'm just like, no, that's a very real reference for 2002. We were all singing All Star. It's a thing, okay.
Homer stands to clap for Yoshi. I was so confused. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
And we also find out Cousin Moisha. We finally get
Cousin
the
Moisha.
answer of what the hell is going. Who is Cousin Moisha? And it's a puppet. It is a puppet.
Oh my God, Cousin Moisha's here, and his wife.
And everybody's flipping out about this puppet. Like, why?
Uncle
is
Moisha's
that
wife
not-
comes
Oh,
out,
shit.
and everyone loses, and they come to the table. That was so good. I loved it.
Doesn't that just track that Elliot would just have a puppet and everybody fucking loves the puppet because
Yes.
Elliot's just great at everything?
Yeah, because why wouldn't he, right?
Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he, man? I don't know. Oh boy.
Ellie's the dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anything else about this episode?
I like that it kind of like segmented a little bit leading up, like it's like the penultimate episode, so you're like, where's this gonna go? And it kind of sets you up for a little bit for everybody, kind of leading into that episode, which was something that I like.
Yeah.
I do like the lining up of we have this It was what was it called again? For Naomi, her event. They had the whole
the recognition.
Yeah, her recognition event.
Yeah.
Right before it's not even her funeral. It's about Uncle Bob's funeral.
Uncle Barry, but yes.
There. And so it's like we I like that we honor her essentially, and then talk about her at a different event.
Yeah.
So, well,
And we didn't really mention it, but in episode 1, and like this became more noteworthy on the second rewatch of like. We have Uncle Barry in the first episode complaining about Jen getting one of the candles at the bar mitzvah, because like, oh well, you know, my late wife, you know, she doesn't get a candle, but this newcomer gets a candle, and it's like a whole fight. Everything's on fire. It's lovely. So we already know that, you know, Uncle Barry is kind of
a little crazy.
a little crazy. Okay. So anything else on this episode?
Not without
All
stepping
right.
into the next episode.
Yeah.
Last episode, entitled Uncle Barry. So a somber occasion brings everyone together in Las Vegas, leading to a surprise family gathering in the desert. And of course, the somber occasion is that, you know, it is Uncle Barry's funeral. Uncle Barry has passed away. We start off the episode, though, with a flashback, I believe, to when Uncle Barry is moving from New York to Las Vegas. His wife Sylvia has died. And so Naomi like almost has the chance to get her mother's brooch.
Yes.
Like she's like, she has these whole like memories about it. It's just like, can I get this? And then he's just like, nah.
I want to keep this. Well, it's on what leading up to that. He was trying to give literally everything in the house away.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
take this, take this.
Yeah,
And
then like the one
they're
thing
like
that
the one
they
thing.
want. Yeah.
Nah, I think I'm gonna hold on to that.
Yeah. And,
Classic.
Yeah, we get the lovely line from Avi, just like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I wanted in my dorm room. It's like this antique desk thing.
3-piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3-piece vanity. So that was lovely. Yeah, so Uncle Barry dies. There's like there's a whole weird thing with Shira and corn
On the
She's all
cob,
bitchy
yeah.
and just, yeah, that was a weird plot line. But yeah, so this is the episode where Hannah ends up being like this glue. She's like the
Yeah.
glue to this family, even though like she doesn't even really know Uncle Barry, but like she brings them all together. Oh boy,
She's the loophole.
yes, she's
Yeah.
the loophole. She's the like
She can light the candle.
She can light the candles, right. And one thing I really, really did love about this episode is that once we get into the hotel room or motel room, and like we have Naomi like very present, like not just Naomi present, but also like present through like her various incarnations throughout the years of like, you know, the outfits we've already seen her in, and just her like we've got the old version, we got a younger version, and like doing the same actions as Hannah. It just
Stop! I'm about to sob.
I
was
know,
actually sobbing
and just-
at that.
Oh my god! And just it was just so wonderful. And just like just that message of, you know, even when people are gone, they can still be around, and we can still carry out these traditions, and we can still, you know, like these people are alive within us. And just that was just very, very, very meaningful. And so like a lovely place to end off on. And yes, like sobbing. I know.
It was you know, getting to the desert, you know, out to the chance meeting out at the desert, you know, it was very, very much the rigid rules. He's like, I want to get back before sundown, and
And
they're like, we got to go be with him, and
yeah,
it
because
was
Yoshi
just-
couldn't leave. I believe it was like that was one of his like restrictive rules. That
I think
couldn't
it's
do.
drive
Yeah.
after dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now he's Orthodox, so now, you know, he can't move. There was a point where he was like chasing the cat through Las Vegas. I mean, that was the part where I was like, oh my god, this is so tough. This is such a tough episode.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, but
I really the scene at the end though, where they're in the car,
Yeah.
is really like the one that kind of the whole series. Just
the
whole series, they're rearing back, and then that last, just in the car, they're just like, okay, here you go.
Yeah.
Pow.
And I think we actually kind of bookended it, because at the very end of episode 1, we just have that scene in the car, and like it's just so like non sequitur. I'm just like, oh, it's just Avi alone, older in this car. It's just like, well, what does that mean? And then that becomes more meaningful when you see episode 10 of like, okay,
Right.
now we understand what this moment in the car means. Yeah, because I think that last scene was just him connecting to Hannah and just being like, look, your grandma had a lot of ideas about things, but you're perfect the way you are. And it's just like, that was just such a nice way, and especially with how depressing BoJack Horseman is. Like, it just feels like that makes, long story short, like so much more hopeful.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much more optimistic about it, of like, hey, even though we had a screwed up childhood, like, I don't have to screw up my kid, and my kid can be fine.
Right.
Like, and my kid can carry what's great about my mom and not all the shitty parts.
yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, is Schnook not entitled?
Finally got the story.
You'll laugh, but a schnook is entitled.
You'll laugh, but a Schnook is entitled.
Oh man, that was I'll have to go back and catch those 2 episodes that I missed. But overall, from what I did see, that's why I came in a little lower. But I know there's a rewatch on the horizon.
We got season 2 coming up.
Yeah. Aside from that, I gotta, rewatch again, catch up with you guys, catch the things I missed, and pay a little closer attention to.
Season 2.
Yes.
Yep. I guess you guys covered that. I haven't stayed up to date with the new updates on TV renewals yet.
Yeah, no, I only know because I looked at the IMDb. It's like season 2. I was like, that's not on Netflix.
So first of all, I really like the animation style.
Yes.
That was probably one of the things that drew me in.
It focused on. Okay, yeah, we can talk about this right now.
Originally, that's what drew me in. Was not necessarily the story, but the visual. I'm like, ooh, I like this.
Because, all right, little tangent, but related. I don't know. As a little anime boy, I remember finding this one show where it's just the main characters that are like an actual character. Everyone else is like a bathroom logo. So girls got the dress, but guys are like the straight guy. And so I got that vibe a little bit from Long Story Short, because the same thing, like main characters, like a lot more colorful, a lot more lively, and like background characters
More muted.
yeah, they're all like the same color, like same 2.
Okay.
And so seeing that, I was like, ooh, chef's kiss.
Yeah, so those are deliberate design choices to signify, oh, see, here's where the main character is. Little on the nose, but like also, very meaningful. Also in Long Story Short, because if you look at these background characters that like don't matter, it does make sense. Like, especially in the sense of like, oh, well, it's memory. So
That's
Time's Arrow was a place where Raphael Balvaxfer was playing with that idea of like he was doing it with like the scribbly faces. So like the people in Beatrice's memory, like she wouldn't necessarily remember like really either like white faces or scribbly faces. To like signify like, oh, she doesn't really remember what they look like, and it doesn't really matter. Sometimes they were just like fully blank, like they were just blank faces to signify like, oh, it doesn't matter. So I like that was a cool thing that I feel like it took inspiration from. So like this is like a new version of that of like, okay, well, we have these very basic background characters, just like, even though it's like, oh, there's this idea of people being there, but that's not the focus. So like
That's the very feel I got from King of the Hill too. Like when the reboot. Background characters were very dull and muted. They're not as like integrated as the rest of the cast like they were in the original episodes. But interesting design choice.
Yeah.
Any other
Visual
thoughts?
narrative.
Another thing, and it took me a second to notice it, but one cool thing that Long Story Short does do is it has this like natural sort of conversational style of lines overlapping. Which again, I didn't see it at first. I had to read about it and be like, oh, oh, I guess so. It just felt like so natural. It was like, yeah, no, that's what's happening. Especially like you see it in episode 2, where it's like there's a point where like Avi and Shira are both having like two completely different versions of things going on there, like what they're saying, and they're overlapping, and just that itself is just like that's a cool technique.
Always love seeing that.
Yeah.
One of the writing things that I really enjoyed was in the finale was when how they agreed upon to go to Vegas in the first place. Like they weren't even gonna go, but then just like through the dialogue of back and forth, it was like, oh, we're all going.
Oh,
yeah. And that is a cool thing, and a very wonderful storytelling element that Raphael Bob Waxberg does is like, okay, like in order for all these characters to get together, especially when, you know, he's like, they solidified like, oh, well, Avi doesn't see Naomi. He specifically avoids her. He only sees her once or twice a year on purpose. So it's like, okay, so we have to talk about what are the moments when they all come together. What are the moments where they're all in the same room? How do we get them all in the same room? And then let's tell a story about them being in the same room and how they all got there.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna have to rewatch this again just cause.
Excited for season 2. That's all I have on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm hopeful that we'll get like a little bit more of like, you know, like certain parts of Yoshi's life.
Yeah,
That's my big
I
thing.
do. Yeah.
that's what I wanted to like finish on Yoshi. Like, they just kind of leave Yoshi single,
So-
like not too much
Will
out of
they-
that.
Do you think? Is anybody here familiar with Bridgerton?
Yeah,
I know of it, but
It's so the thing that they do in each season is a different focus of a different character. Do you think maybe that may be something that
season 1's Avi, season 2 is.
I think it could get there. I think that I think we have some more storytelling vehicle in Shira still. That maybe like we didn't use all the gas in the tank like by any means, and I think that we could definitely focus on her more for season 2. Like especially because there is like this sense of like, oh, like, well, how did she figure out she was gay? You know, at what point did that happen? We don't know.
And especially with the time element, you can still continue to bring mom back.
Yes.
You know, just because she's gone at the end of this episode doesn't mean that she's not going back. You know, so it's just fun storytelling. You know, to keep those characters going.
Yeah.
Without having permanent consequences to the overall series, I guess. I mean, death is a pretty permanent consequence.
Yeah, that's something everyone gets. Everyone experiences.
But all right, any thoughts on the next one, guys?
On the next one, that's why I'm like kind of zoning. I'm like,
Yoshi get more wins.
that's what I want.
I said.
Well,
Kind of.
I meant on the next show.
What
What's
next
the next?
show?
Oh, our next show.
Oh gosh.
the next show.
Throw a few ideas out.
See,
Are we gonna stay animated?
well, thanks to Zane's wallet, I kind of I was like maybe Tarantino films. First 35 Tarantinos, keep it short.
We could. I mean, we could.
Yeah. Tarantino.
What say the table?
I would agree with that vote, but I'm not part of this podcast officially.
Tarantino, I could get down with.
Honorable
We
guest.
could do it.
That was easy.
All right.
Where's the Staples button?
So you're doing Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, and what's the next one? Was it
Dusk Till Dawn.
Dust Till Dawn? No.
I've seen those first two.
I say we could
Third
each
list.
pick a couple and do quick.
Tarantino feature films in chronological order.
Oh boy, here we go.
That's Siri.
Siri GTP.
Tarantino feature films in chronological order are Reservoir Dogs, 1992, Pulp Fiction, 1994, Jackie Brown, that's what
Check
I
it
that.
out.
1997, Kill Bill Volume 1, 2003, Volume 2, 2004, Death Proof 2007.
Kill Bill was 97.
Glorious Bastards
First one.
2009. So
Django.
yeah,
I
if
love
you do,
Django.
I mean,
I've not
You could
seen
do-
Django.
I love
could do
Django.
Jackie
It's
Brown, but,
Leonardo DiCaprio, man. Oh my god.
Yeah,
like,
that's the one I
Jackie
haven't
Brown
seen.
Jackie Brown is good, but like I recommend you do like Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, and then Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Okay.
I think that would make a better podcast.
Okay.
Jackie Brown's cool, but like it's the
want
Quentin
Django.
Tarantino film that
I want Django.
That's the optional one.
it's the one that no one gives a fuck about.
Got it.
Like it was his soft hit. Like
I want
really,
to talk about
really
Leonardo
soft.
DiCaprio saying the N word a bunch and being very uncomfortable.
Ooh, making him uncomfortable on set. Now I do.
Well, because he was a slave owner, and then
Yeah.
like the actor himself was just like, this doesn't feel good.
Sometimes as an actor, you've got to make tough decisions, and saying words is part of acting.
Like every time I've ever said it completely by myself, like alone, I've just been
Still
like,
feels wrong.
no.
Still feels
feel
wrong.
okay.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, just to defend one of the homies here too. We're digressing, but yeah, someone's like, don't ever use this. Like, if I did ever use it, it'd be to myself, and like even then, it's like I feel gross. Like if you use it on someone else, I'm immediately thinking you're that word. So, little tangent, but yeah. I can only imagine Leonardo DiCaprio's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would be fun.
I'm a
to
weird
watch him.
DiCaprio
Squirm.
stan, even though I'm just like, you're fucking gross.
He's
dude.
so
Like,
weird.
dating, like,
He's so weird.
25 and younger.
Yeah, he's got an age
Disgusting.
cap on his girlfriends.
But as an actor, goddamn it.
I
guess that Oscar.
Before this long story gets longer, we're gonna get out of here. And
So long story short,
We're gonna watch Tarantino films for the next one.
Tarantino rundown in
For November.
Gonna do some gourmet shit.
Okay.
All right, guys, that's been the Roundtable Review with Lisa Green.
An honorable guest, Zayd. And she fades.
Fade out.
fade
God,
away.
okay.
I've been fading the entire night.
So long.
I've been faded.
Disintegrating.
I've been faded the whole night as well.
This was like watching an episode of Joe Rogan. Like I was literally but I was